welcome to the Straight Talk series, part number 2 from the Mdda. And we are at the Destina One studio again as usual, ladies and gentlemen. Now, just a question. How much do you actually know about network marketing or direct selling, the industry? Do you really know what it is? You are welcome to come to the Straight Talk series where you will know, and the second part of Mdda Straight Talk series where we will show you exactly what it is without fear of favor. I'm sure you will know someone who is involved in the direct selling industry somehow. Could be your family members, could be your friends, could be even your neighbor. Now, why are they getting into this direct selling industry? And there are also people whom you may know who has been in this industry for 6 months and 1 year, and then they fall out and they quit, you see. So even if you're a practitioner or a company manager or a consumer in the direct selling products as a business entrepreneur, you may like to hear this Straight Talk series where today we are going to share with you the advantages and the disadvantages of direct selling or network marketing, or sometimes more popular called multi-level marketing. Now, we have today 3 captains from the industry who have very vast experience and an enviable track record to share with you their insight of the industry. Now, please welcome our first guest here today, Encik Rosidi Isa, from the past president of Mdda and the managing director of Gemak.
Assalamualaikum.
Welcome, Encik Rosidi. Now, next is Mr. Arul. Mr. Arul hails the Asian Networker Convention Expo, the best notable leader of the year, and I will leave it to him to tell us more about himself later. Welcome, Mr. Arul.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Thank you.
And of course, last but not least, we have Encik Zulkifli bin Yaakob, who is the Principal Assistant Director of the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, KPDN HEP in Bahasa. As usual, he is one of the very, very passionate government servants, so to speak, who is involved in the direct selling industry. He is going to share with us his insight about this industry as well. Welcome, Encik Zulkifli.
Thank you, Winston, and Assalamualaikum to all, and a very good afternoon.
And I'm your host, Winston Wong. Now, the main topic today, like I said, is the advantages and disadvantages of network marketing as a business model and what are its challenges of this business. If you are in the industry and looking for a plan B, ladies and gentlemen, in order to make that extra income, we are here today to share with you, without fear of favor, like I said, the truth about direct selling. An industry that is clear or not clear, but there's a lot of misunderstanding towards the nature of the industry, and it is so sad that a lot of people, they misunderstood it. Therefore, I wrote my book here, The Misunderstood Industry. Anyway, for those of you who are calling in, the first 3 persons to call in, I'm going to give my book away for free. All right, and it's written by yours truly. And again, I must make a disclaimer here that we are not trying to solicit you or trying to influence you or trying to sell you any product. It is purely and entirely your choice. However, doing a choice, you need to have the understanding of this industry, and which is so much talked about. And I believe you will be wiser and make the right choice after learning from what our captains of the industry have to share with you. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, let's move on to the first question which I have here for Encik Rosidi. Now, Encik Rosidi, from a business owner point of view, from greenfield brick to mortar, successfully running the business, what do you see as the advantages and disadvantages in running a direct selling business? Starting from the advantages first.
Okay, thank you, Winston. I think before I go into the advantages and disadvantages, I would like to highlight over here the differences actually between the business model between a direct selling company and a normal traditional business. Okay, direct selling company is where the company takes the products, either they manufacture the products or get the products and deliver direct to to the consumers, either consumers or through distributors. Okay, traditional will have stages. So from the distributor, they go to what you call wholesaler, then goes to retailer, and then only goes to consumers. So those are the two different models. And direct selling also, you need to be licensed. Okay, you need to be licensed. You need to have a license from Ministry of Domestic Trade, and there are rules and conditions that you need to address to. So okay, so those are the two business model. Okay, and when you talk about advantages, okay, why companies? Some companies do direct selling, and some companies do traditional business. Okay, so when you talk about advantages, okay, as a direct selling company, the main advantage will be that the product goes direct to the consumers. So in a sense, to the company, there will be a saving. Saving in a sense that because the direct selling company only focus on marketing, whereas the selling part is done by the distributors. Okay, in the traditional business, if you want to sell products, you must have team of salespeople that goes to the buyers. So that's I mean, one of the difference is that you save that portion. So when you save that portion, basically one part consumers do get I think reduction in cost, one thing, but it also provide what do you call a business to distributors to be involved in the entrepreneur, to become an entrepreneur. So that's one so advantage. One advantage is cost. Besides not having the salespeople, the company also can dispense off with outlets. So we don't need to have outlets everywhere because you go direct through distributors, you go direct to the consumers. And then that's one of the advantage, I would say. Okay, the second advantage, you get your product direct to the consumers, so you get the response from the consumers direct. So if you, from the feedback that you get via your distributors, you will be able to make sure that to improve the whatever problems that you have, and also whatever what do you call improvement that you need to do to your products. So your reaction time is fast as a company. So if you have R&D in the company, so your R&D will be able to react faster. And then the third advantage, I would say, is the time frame from the production to the consumer is very short. So it doesn't take months or to go, but it will just be in terms of weeks. From the manufacturing, it will go direct to the distributors, goes direct to the consumer. So in a way, there is a saving to the company, there is a saving in the stock. That means you don't have to keep a lot of stocks. And your production will be, you don't have a spike and a dip. And then the other thing is that you will not have a product that will be lying in the warehouse, lying in the retail shop, and waiting for it to be expired. So that's another advantage. So I see three kind of advantage that as a what do you call owner, as a company, a direct selling company.
What about the issue about collecting debts? Because I've been in traditional business, and I've also been in the direct selling business in Jerusity, and I find that the direct selling business, on a business point of view, the most joyful part is that you don't have to collect any debts. Don't you think so?
Okay, yeah? Okay. That's another advantage to a direct selling company, because you're dealing with cash.
Yes.
So then you won't have what do you call
the headaches of
collecting money
from your customers.
Right. Especially in times like this, when the economy is down.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one advantage.
I have customers who owe me for 6 months to a year, you know, and when I want to collect money from them, they say that they have no money and they want to drag on further, and you know, such are the cases where about traditional business, and that is another big advantage about direct selling. It eases your cash flow, ladies and gentlemen, or for those of you who are looking into a direct selling business. Why this business is so viable, and why I always think that this is the best distribution channel between a manufacturer to a consumer in this century. All right. Now, in generosity, what are the disadvantages? Let's tell our audience here. You know, not all the nice stories, but we will tell you the facts about it as well.
Okay, there are a lot of disadvantages as well. So any business, you have advantages and you have disadvantages. So I will probably list about 3 major disadvantages. Okay, one disadvantage, I'm not saying that it is bad, but I'm saying that it is disadvantage as comparing to what you call a traditional business. It may be good, okay. One is you need to be licensed. Okay, so you must have a license to be a direct selling company. Okay, in one sense it's good because it makes sure that those company that are existed, they are a licensed company. Okay, that there is a regulator that looks after it. Okay, but sometimes within the license there are a lot of requirements. Most requirements are good, but there are also some requirements that hinder what do you call the activities. Okay, for direct selling, I just take one example, and it's called what do you call cooling off period. There is a period of 90 days.
10 days.
10 days.
Yes.
10 days whereby you are not supposed to give the product and you're not supposed to collect the money. So in the case now, actually, in business nowadays, people want that and then. Okay, so that's one area. But I'm glad to say that we have discussion with the ministry, and the ministry is actually recognize it and have what do you call is just waiting times for to make some changes to that cooling off period. But it is still that it affects some of the companies. And okay, so beside that, there are other regulations which I think in a way is good, but it has disadvantage to traditional business. Okay, another thing is that any products that you want to sell has to be approved by the ministry. Okay, it's good. That means the products of this multinational company has got the stamp of approval. Okay, but it is disadvantage if you compare with traditional, because traditional can come up with a product anytime and then can sell into the market. Okay, then there is also the other aspect of what do you call? You need to get if you want to do a promotion. You want to do, okay, for next week you want to do, you buy 3, you get 1 free or things like that, you need to get permission. Okay, so that's also disadvantage to if you compare to other traditional business. Okay, but along even, I mean, from what we understand, actually the ministry has also changes. Probably Zul can later on highlight. Ministry has already what do you call, recognized it and have come up with a solution to it. Okay, and the other good thing, but also disadvantage, is what do you call, you need to get, for example, a product, you need to get labeling of the product, you need it to get approved by the KKM. So as I say, some of this, even though it is disadvantage, but it is also good. The only thing is, we as an association have to play our role to educate the public, to come up with a statement to give the perception to the public that this direct selling company, a licensed direct selling company, which is a member of association, are really governed, regulated. So you as a consumers can be happy or can be, what do you call, contented that your interest is looked after. Okay, so that's the disadvantage. I mean, I can go on the other
Yeah, but I
disadvantages
think
as well.
thank you very much, Angel Rosidi, for all these very factful disadvantages. And I think as a business owner of a direct selling company, some headaches and I would say a disadvantage is because it is easy entry. You know, people with 2,000 ringgit or 200 ringgit, they can come in, and the attrition of this industry is pretty high if the company doesn't do the right thing. People come and go quite freely because it is quite easy entry, like I said. Yeah. So okay, that would be a disadvantage as well as I can see it in Johor City. Now, having said that, from I'm sure you are already prepared, Angel Zulkifli. Yep, the 10 days cooling off period, the products to be approved, product labeling to be approved. I think like what Inje Rosidi has qualified as well, that is not exactly a problem or a disadvantage, but to my mind, I think it is customer protection or consumer protection, which the ministry is doing. What have you got to comment on that, Inje Rosidi?
Okay, thank you, Winston. Coming from what Encik Rodi said, first of all, why we license direct selling companies? First of all, they're a unique bunch of companies, a unique bunch. They have what you call a specific business model. They are not normal traditional one. They are out of the norm, you can say that. Because first of all, they don't need to be in physical form. Networks can be spread throughout.
Yeah.
So the uniqueness is that you don't need a physical form in terms of direct selling. But what you need is the network. You have what you call these networks that are agents, authorized agents. Why license? Because why? It's a unique business model. We want to have it be protected, because that's why we have the act, the Direct Selling Act, to make sure that the industry. Another thing, why regulation? First of all, we have ease. Just to mention, in terms of the cooling off period, what I can mention, based on our roundtable session with the minister, I think it was in late August, like that.
Yeah.
The minister has agreed, even under the directive of our Secretary General, Datuk Sri Haji Hassan Zamzam, we will formulate a task force to relook on the act, to see that make sure that the act is within time, not out of time. Even to the extent, even the latest than what we did in the ministry, that we have ease in terms of promotion wise. Before this, like mentioned by Encik Rosidi, every promotion needs approval. Guess what? No more. It's notification, meaning that you can do any sort of promotion that is suitable to the business. All you need to do now is just to inform the ministry. No longer approval. So meaning what? There you go. It's the aim of the ministry to make sure that we facilitate the growth of the industry. So this is where the ministry and association comes hand in hand. We live by you, you live by us. It's a harmonization of the industry. You see where the public servant and also the industry come together, go forward together. No one is left behind.
Wonderful.
It's to benefit both. The ministry is there to facilitate, the industry is there to grow.
Wonderful.
What more can we ask?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Inja Zulkifli. That's very enlightening, and for those of you who are tuning in today, I hope that answers some of your questions and about why this industry is coming up, and Malaysia is placed number 7 today in the world, of direct selling. We are number 7 in the world. Okay. Now, Mr. Arul, you have been quiet before I come to the main question, which I want to give it to you. We have just a very quick one about this attrition, which I talk about.
Yes.
Okay, you being a leader, I'm sure in your network you have people that comes and go as well.
Right.
What do you think are the areas that causes this attrition, and what do you think are the solutions to it?
Okay. It's a very good
Just
question.
very quickly.
Yeah, it's a very
I know you can write a book about it.
Yes, a very good question, Mr. Vincent. Okay, of course, as we can see and observe in network marketing industry, in any company particularly, the attrition rate is quite high, because one of the reasons is there is no barriers of entry into the network marketing or direct selling business. Okay, the attrition, we can look at attrition from many angles actually, but I would say one of the reasons is because the distributor, when he comes into the business, he fails to understand, okay, they came in without the right frame of mindset. That is also a reason why there's a very high rate of attrition in the network marketing industry. So they come in without a proper focus, I would say. Okay, so they don't have a drive or passion or dream to build the business long term. So they want to make easy money. Okay, tomorrow or maybe the next week or the next month they want to make big bucks. So I don't see this, they're coming with the right frame of mindset. Okay, so they have a different expectation, I would say. If that's the case, I don't think that's the right business for this particular kind of group of people, you know, who wants to venture into network marketing.
So what are the people that you think will be having the mindset? What do you think are the solutions? Because I'm coming to the next point of view,
Right.
which will be posed to you, is how do you see as an advantage of being a networker or being in the
Yes.
in the direct selling business?
So in order for the person to be to sustain the business long term, it is very important for them to understand the industry in the first place. Okay, of course this is a very big industry, and we know for the fact that a lot of millionaires are being created every year in this industry. So it's a big ocean. So they have to understand the industry, how this industry works. You know, they have, in particularly when they join a particular company, they have to understand the product. Very important. The product knowledge they have to understand. They have to go through a proper training. Okay, because a lot of people who join, they don't have entrepreneurship mindset. Okay, so they have to change their hat when they join the network marketing business. So they have to change their mindset to be more entrepreneurship, and they have to self-develop themselves also. It's very important. Training and self-development is equally very important in the business for you to sustain long term in the business. And with the right frame of commitment, hard work and passion, I hope that one day they will be able to build a sustainable, successful business over the years.
Well said, Mr. Aru. Well, I always believe that in this industry, the first thing is they have to unlearn and they relearn. You know, a lot of people, they come into this industry without having, like you said, the mindset of learning. But to my mind, a lot of it has to be done where they come in and they are not prepared to unlearn what they have learned before.
Exactly.
And this is something new that they are going in through, you see. And also I think the person who sponsored or recruit the new person into this industry have to be responsible as well. Because by and large, I used to hear people say, being in so many years in this industry, where they trying to prospect somebody to be in this industry, they always ask the person to try. That's number one. First mistake, yes. Ladies and gentlemen. First mistake is to ask your friend to try. Okay? And number two, and they will tell them, oh, it's easy. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a simple business. It is not an easy business. There is a process. You have to follow the protocol to succeed in this business. Like what Mr. Aru said just now, there are many millionaires being made. Okay? But you have to go, you saw them, the millionaires, you are seeing the tip of the iceberg. Right. And at the bottom of the iceberg, below the water, you will see all the sufferings that they have gone through, the rejections, the things that they have learned. The family members may say they are crazy, right. and all kinds of things that they have faced, you know, friends rejecting them. Okay, so this is very important that you have to be very prepared and with the correct mindset, if I may add, Mr. Aru, you know, in terms of that. So this industry is simple but not easy. You have to have a mindset. You need to learn, ladies and gentlemen. Read books, learn about it. And really, if you really want to make it big in this industry, you have to sacrifice, you see. So these are some of the things that you've got to go through. Yeah, like I always used to say, if you want to have a nice a dish, a
Yes.
curry chicken or
Yes.
whatever, you need to have the right recipe,
Correct.
and you need to have the right food,
Right.
and of course,
Yes.
you need to have the best chef.
Correct.
And who is the chef? The upline who is
Yes.
sponsored. You know, he got to take responsibility to follow through and to guide the person along. You see, so like what Injin Zulkifli said, this industry is so unique.
Right.
So unique. It's a human business
Correct.
to my mind. I've been involved in this and I built network for so many years and years. And coming from a corporate point of view, you know, it's so intrigued that, you know, it is so wonderful, so wonderful. And now back to you, Mr. Aru. Can you highlight to see what, as a distributor versus a management or a company owner, what are the roles of each of this player between the distributor versus management and the company owner? Do you see, can you just share with us what are the important criteria that you need to highlight on?
As a distributor of network marketing company, okay, some of the qualities that the person need to have in order to grow his network more effective manner, I would say discipline is very important. Okay, as a distributor, you must have a discipline. Okay, you must have leadership skills, very important, because you are being an ambassador for the company. You are the brand of the company, because you are going to carry the brand of the company outside to the public. So it's very important that you portray good qualities and values. That is very important, so that in the eye of the public, it's going to give them a perception that, wow, this leader or this person has a good values and he's doing this sort of MLM business, so it's a good industry. So we have to change the perception of the public, and you are being the ambassador, you need to carry good values. And also you of course you have to abide and follow all the rules, the code of ethics of the company and also in the industry. That is how we can bring this business or this direct selling to the next level.
What about the management? I mean,
Okay, management,
as a distributor,
yeah.
together with them, working together with the management.
So the management also has the responsibility to work together hand in hand with the distributors, because end of the day, it's a family business. You see, you cannot do the business all alone without the support of the management or the company. So both parties, you know, have to work together, being supportive each another to build this business. Okay, that's how I look at it actually.
And what about the company owner? I mean, like Injil Rosidi is a company owner.
Right.
Of course, he is also in the management. I'm sure, yeah, Injil Rosidi, he is a managing director. But I think there are company owners who are very, you know, not every one of them understand this industry.
True.
They have the money, they invest in it, and they like to the distributor to do wonders.
Right.
How do you see these kind of owners?
Okay, of course, not all the owners will have prior experience in network marketing, because some of the owners, they have the enough capital, you know, just to pump in and to start an MLM company, but they, of course, they won't understand what are the challenges that the distributor is going through in the business. So they will just sit in the office and expect the distributor to run the show. You see, in that sense, there will be a gap between the distributor and the owner. You see, sometimes if you have certain ideas that you want to bring forward to the owner or the management, they fail to understand. So these are some of the challenges. But if the owner is a person who have done network marketing in his career, he has been a distributor before, so this gap is being reduced, because you can easily approach the owner, you can put your views across, and he will be able to support you in whatever way that is necessary in order for you to grow in that company. So it's very important for the owner also to understand what a distributor is going through.
Yeah.
Because this industry is a very unique industry, Vincent, as what
Like what
Encik Zul has
said.
mentioned.
Yes, yes, yes,
You
yes.
can't compare this industry to any other traditional business.
That's why I always said it is very misunderstood.
Right.
Well said, Mr. Aru. Now, this industry, like you say, is so unique, yeah? And of course, if you go into the public, you will notice that there are a lot of people who say that I don't want to get into this industry because people at the bottom are making money for people at the top.
Right.
What have you got to say with that, being a top leader and a networker?
I think this question arises because the public fail to understand the nature of direct selling business. Okay, direct selling business is governed by regulations and law, as what Mr. Zul has mentioned. Okay, so we work in the conformity of that rules and regulations and code of ethics. Okay, firstly, the public have to understand that, and secondly, of course, being upline or downline, it doesn't matter whether a downline is going to earn lesser than the upline, because in network marketing business, it doesn't constitute to the structure. If I'm a downline, if I'm going to put more effort, commitment and hard work, I'm going to earn more than the upline, you see. And
That's true.
the same applies to me. I have a lot of uplines who are above on top of me, but I'm earning more than them because I'm putting more commitment, I'm putting a lot of hard work, and I'm putting a lot of passion driving my business, and the amount of sales and volume of sales that I'm bringing into the business is more than my uplines. So it's fair. I
You
would
create
say.
your own pyramid.
Exactly.
And you are at the top.
Exactly.
You are the line.
So in other words, there is not much difference between, in this respect, between the traditional business and the MLM business or direct selling business. If you have more business, you make more money.
Exactly.
If you have less business, you make less money, irrespective whether you are the upline or downline.
Yes.
Yeah. And the other thing, if I may add, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you are talking about people at the bottom making money for people at the top, in fact, in any organization, in the traditional business as well, you will notice that people at the bottom are making money for people at the top. If you are a staff or you are a clerk, you are an executive, you are making money for the boss. Even if you are a manager, you are a GM, you are making money for the business owner. So all these are the traditional pyramid system as well, you see. So it doesn't mind that people at the bottom are making money for people at the top. In fact, this has been going on for centuries, that people at the bottom are making money for people at the top. It is just a mindset that you have to accept it, that MLM or direct selling is no difference.
Yes.
It's no difference from a traditional business. It is a business organization, like I always say.
Correct.
It is an organization that there will be people at the bottom and there will be people at the top. But in direct selling, it's very, very fair in the sense that if you are working harder, you can make more money than the people at the top.
Okay.
But in the corporate world or in the traditional business, if you are a clerk or executive or even a manager, you will never be able to make money than people at the top. That is a fact, and you have to accept that, you see. Now, having said that, why do people join did not make much money? That's another thing, you know. And while some even lose money in this industry, as you know, right from the beginning, I want to make this as a straight talk without fear of favor. Yes. And there are a lot of people who make money as well.
Yes.
And there are people who lose money or make very little money.
Yes.
Okay. Why is that so, Mr. Aru? Thanks for coming, by the way, today. You are in the field, you know, you're a leader. So I have to pose this question to you.
Correct. That's entirely, I would say, depends on the individual.
Yeah.
Okay. If that individual has a passion and drive to be successful in life, and he knows that this industry can offer that opportunity, and if he's willing to go all out, you know, with his commitment, long years of hard work, you know, sacrificing his time and taking responsibility, you know, being disciplined and managing his time properly in the business, with all these qualities, one person can build a huge empire and makes a lot of money. There is no doubt about this in network marketing industry. But is there everybody are willing to go through this process? Willing to go through this phase? A lot of people are not prepared to do this much of amount of work in network marketing industry. What they want is, they want a quick money. They are expecting that by putting little bit of effort, they can make so much of money, which doesn't work in network marketing industry. So that's the reason why people have to understand, if you want to make lots of money in network marketing industry, or you want to achieve financial freedom in network marketing industry, you have to put lot of hard work. You have to plan, you have to strategize, you have to drive your business. Because there is no better business model than network marketing industry, where you can build your business borderless globally. Even in traditional business, you can't build the business globally because there are a lot of restrictions. There are rules, in other countries where you can't just simply market your product. But network marketing industry will give you that opportunity. So are you prepared to do the work? Are you prepared to discipline yourself, to unlearn and learn, self-develop yourself and grow, and you are willing to walk the extra mile?
All right, well said, well said. Well, thank you, Mr. Aru. Like I always said, in this industry, well, I mean, you can do it part-time, you can do it full-time, or you can do it anytime. But the commitment is very, very important, that you need to really, really make sure that it is being done properly. All right. Now, we have a question here from Mr. Simon Lim, actually. Mr. Simon Lim from Butterworth, Penang. Before we go into the video, a corporate video later on. Yeah. How can I be a successful direct selling distributor? That could be for you and Injit Rosidi, actually. Yeah. Oh, Injit Rosidi, from you first. You have been keeping quiet for a while.
Yeah, the question was not directed at me, so I've been quiet. Okay, anyway, how can you be successful in a network marketing?
As a distributor.
Okay, I think first of all, you must, as what Aru mentioned just now, you must have passion. To be successful, you must have passion, you must be willing to learn, and you must have the drive. You must work hard. You have to sacrifice a lot, because you need to build a network. You cannot be on your own. If you're on your own, then it would just be like normal trading. Okay, so the difference is that you in a network marketing, you have to build a network, and it is not easy to build a network. You have to be a leader. You must have the passion. You must have the, what do you call, not only the drive, but also, because it involves human relationship. You are going to develop a group of people underneath you. So this is not easy things to do, but those who are successful, they have this kind of, as what Aru mentioned, they have those kind of criteria, characteristic, and they are leader. You can see them as leader. On the aspect of the company side, the company must provide training. We must, because you know that a lot of people that comes into direct selling, some of them, I mean, they don't have a certification in direct selling, a degree in direct selling or things like that. They don't learn in university or things like that. Okay, so they come over here and they have to learn on human relationship, developing groups, how to, what do you call, motivate people, manage people. And beside the technical part, the technicalities are, you must know the, what do you call, the marketing plan. You must know the product. You must know how to sell. All those things are technical things that you need to learn. And the company has to provide the training for their what do you call, marketeers, network marketeers, in this technical thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So well training, said. I think training is very important part.
Yeah. Education and training and learning. Well, I always used to have a saying, your first step to transformation is education. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to transform, you want to do something else, you have to learn first. Education is part and parcel of the success of this. It is part of the protocol for success. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a break and let's go into the corporate video, and you will see why the success it is and enjoy it. What is the journey that you will enjoy in this industry? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that that is a very intriguing video about the history, a little bit about MDDA, the Malaysian Direct Distribution Association. That's where we are, and we are doing a service to the industry. Like I said just now, MDDA, the passion of MDDA is really, really great, and I don't think that you will see any other association that has done as much as MDDA for the industry, ladies and gentlemen. If you are staying at home, I hope you will give MDDA a clap, okay, and give the thumbs up for this industry. And please go to Facebook Live or YouTube Live to like this Straight Talk show, and so more people will know about this, because we have our Series 3 coming up, and Series 4, Series 5, Series 6. All are very meaningful series where I'm sure it will help the industry going up to the next level of professionalism. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now we move on to Encik Zulkifli. From the public sector point of view, Encik Zulkifli, the image of this industry has always been facing challenges. And what do you think is KPD and HAP can further enhance on this and ensure distributors and consumers' interests are well protected, if you know what I mean? Yeah. We need to have a check and balance. True. Yeah. So over to you, please.
Okay. Thank you, Winston. What the ministry sees that direct selling is one part. It's a component of engine of growth for the economy. Like you mentioned earlier, we are ranked 7 in the world. Ranked 7. Malaysia is just a small country, yet we are among the big players. Right. So that shows what? We have the right mindset. We have the right products. Best part, local companies who are achieving targets with the right marketing plan. And furthermore, licensed companies.
Yeah.
Licensed companies. Imagine that. Why are they licensed? First of all, they comply with the regulations. They have the right products with the right certification. Furthermore, marketing plan, not scam marketing plans. They are what you call feasible, workable, and profitable marketing plans. Kudos to Malaysia. I will say that. Malaysian-owned companies. Coming back to networkers and companies. Networkers are the veins of the companies. Without them, you have the right product, you have the right marketing plan, but without them, you're just a company. So that's what the best part of this niche market of this direct selling. It's the uniqueness. You have independent business owners. You're creating skilled entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
Furthermore, they're not afraid to talk.
Right.
So we are training the right essence towards it. But of course, what Mr. Aru said, you have to have the right mindset. What the ministry sees that that's why we have the act. Malaysia is among the first in the world to have this unique act. Why? We see the potential of the business to grow, but we want it to grow harmony without any negative impact. Why is there any negative impact? There are bad seeds in the industry. Why they fail? Like Mr. Aru said, they think that by investing amount, not effort, they can make it. No. This is true after years in this unit doing direct selling, taking care of direct selling. What I see is that without proper training, the right mindset, right product, good marketing plan, licensed company, there are the key components. So the effort made by the ministry, a part of the government effort is to make sure that make us make the industry a positive outlook. As being ranked number 7, that alone shows what? It's workable, it's feasible, it's profitable. So let us grow together. I said if you have the right thing, come talk to the ministry, get your license. You get your license, go on. The environment is there for you.
Yeah.
It's already been set.
Right.
You chart your way. The government here is to make sure you facilitate the growth.
Yeah.
So that's why coming back where we're looking at, we want to have a positive outlook. That's why the ministry always hand in hand with association. You are the expert, you are the groundwork. The ministry here to facilitate the growth by the industry for the industry.
Well, thank you. Well said, Encik Zulkifli. Now, as far as the consumer protection is concerned, do you think the practitioners, I mean the people who are in the direct selling industry who are doing it, have an important role to play, or is it just the company? Is it, you know, or is it both? What is your point of view?
Personally, it's a win-win situation for everybody. There's no point of one benefiting the other. It should be both benefiting the same thing. The company must exist with the network. Network must exist within the company. They should complement each other. That's where the ministry comes in. We are part of the system. That's why we facilitate the growth of the industry by virtue of having new policies to make sure that business grow within the ethical limits. We have code of ethics, which the industry is so proud of. As I mentioned by Encik Aru, we have a code of ethics. If you follow that, efforts and whatnot, there you go. Perception must be changed. So that is where the ministry comes in to make sure that we assist the industry in making sure that positive outlook and change perception of this negativity that say that all direct selling companies are scams. Bear in mind, a licensed one, I can't say much. Everyone knows it's a fair thing. But licensed company, I'll tell you, track record wise, that's why we're number 7.
Yes.
What do you think are the lacking in creating a better understanding among the general public in terms of the image of this industry? I mean, that's what this Straight Talk is all about, ladies and gentlemen. We want to create the different image of this industry for people to accept that this is an industry and this is a business. And many times I ask friends and all this, you know, they will answer me, they say that, oh, I don't know about this sort of a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, direct selling is not a thing. Direct selling is an industry. It's a very professional industry, a very professional business, you see. And therefore, we are doing this Straight Talk to highlight to you the key points about this industry. It doesn't matter that if you think that this is direct selling is not for you. It doesn't matter. But yes, at least you accept that direct selling is a good industry and it is something that you need to give respect on. All right. Now, Encik, come back to you. What do you think the government needs to do together with MDDA? Is it a public exercise or press coverage or, you know, something, you know?
I think it's very holistic thing. I mean, like, we know now that MDDA is on the ground. You know what's going on in terms of industry, know how whatnot, and we need to work closely together. I mean, what's point of having an association that governs its own members, but we can't penetrate in terms of perception change?
Right.
The ministry aim is still the same. We must go hand in hand. We cannot go one beyond the other. Like I said, the ministry, we are not practitioners. We are what I call custodian of your own rules, do's and don'ts.
Right.
We make sure that you follow your own standards, or even better than that. So,
All right.
not to say we punish, but we'll remind you time from time. Look, hang on. Maybe you don't follow your own standards. Maybe you need to relook back.
Yes.
It's our aim, the ministry aim is to educate. There's no point in punish if you don't educate first.
I always remember what you said. Please facilitate, not
My point
frustrate.
exactly,
Oh, God,
yes.
that is a very good statement. Okay, now we have a question very quickly from Jocelyn of Kajang. Our company didn't facilitate us when we need assistance. Are there any alternative methods that we voice our issues? For example, getting KPD and HEP to exist? Quickly again to you. You know, you heard the question,
Yes,
right?
yes, okay.
They need assistance.
Yes. Feel free to come over to the ministry. We have a mechanism in terms if there is complaint to be made by networkers, because it's the aim of the ministry to protect the what you call the stakeholders of the industry. We also listen companies, but at the same time we listen to networkers as well, because they are the veins of the businesses.
Right.
Maybe there are mistreatment, we don't know, but of course we are there to facilitate. We seek, and we have our enforcement side that we can assist if there is any wrongdoings, whatnot. But we need to have a check and balance. Yeah. So the ministry aim is to be what you call a platform for both parties if there are any certain disputes or not, to come over and let us try to resolve it. Like I said, it's a win-win situation for everybody.
They also have to give you the facts and
My
figures,
point exactly,
right?
yes.
Not just hearsay or anything like
Yeah.
that. All the facts that need to be presented to KPD and HEP.
Maybe I can add another point that I think about perception. People out there, the public, please do not judge things you don't know. Learn the industry, get your facts straight, then think about it.
Yeah.
It's an easy perception to say that when you have direct selling, they're all bad. That's quite bad.
Yes.
We're number 7 in the world.
Yes.
What's bad about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You should listen up, talk to the practitioners. The efforts made, the perception needs to be changed. So
Well.
maybe what we can do in the near future, even New Year's coming up, let us make something that, let's go forward and change the perception.
Well said, Injo Zulkifli. Now there's another question which may be for you as well from Inje Hidayah from Shah Alam, Selangor. Can the business owner lodge complaints about the unethical distributors to KPD and HEP? And this is from Inje Hidayah from Shah Alam. I hope you are tuning in today. You are the third person to write in, and you will be getting my book, the three of you. Now over to you, Inje Zulkifli. What do you think?
Like I said, if there is a complaint, yes, you can communicate with the ministry. We welcome any complaint because we're quite concerned. Like one of the things that the ministry always highlighted, that we like to hear complaints or even feedback from the industry, especially for the public. Because like I said, the perception must be changed, but perception must be changed accordingly. And about complaints and whatnot, please, Encik Hidayat, feel free to shoot an email. We have what you call an e-aduan portal within the ministry. You can look it up in our website. It's there. Maybe you can put highlight. If there is an email, just highlight on a complaint. Definitely officers from the direct selling unit will straight away answer your concern.
Okay, now based on the above, it seems that Mdda has a very important role to play in setting an impetus to move the industry, especially among corporate members and to the distributors in this area. There's a lot of things that needs to be done, especially like what Inche Rosidi has said just now. Inche Rosidi being the past president, in the very next 2-3 minutes, yeah. What do you think are facing the challenges as corporate members and distributors in this area? On the Mdda point of view, it seems Mdda has a very important role to play. Yeah.
Okay.
What are the challenges that Mdda face?
Okay, the challenges that MDDA face are basically currently actually is with respect to unlicensed company that practice or that what do you call masquerade as an MLM company and cause the perception, bad perception to the public. Okay, so I think as far as MDDA is concerned, one of the reasons that we are organizing this, what do you call, a straight talk, is to correct this perception. So we hope, we have a lot of series, so we hope over these many series, we'll be able to, one, change the perceptions of the public, to make sure for them to see direct selling in a different light.
All right.
Okay? That it is good for the industry, good for the company, good for them. Second thing, I think through this straight talk, we also would like to educate not only the public, but educate our members, our networkers on what can be done, what are the ethical things, and so on and so forth. And I think the third thing for this straight talk, which would help the MDDA, is whereby we bring in the ministry speakers like Encik Zul, and Encik Zul will highlight to everyone here, to the public, of what is the role that ministry will play.
Yes.
They regulate, yes, one thing, but they also facilitate. And regulation is important because to make sure that if companies does not follow the AGR, then they need to be reminded. Okay,
or taken to task. Yeah.
And what we as the MDA would like to see, what do you call, the ministry to be more forceful in going after the unlicensed company. Close all the unlicensed company. That's what we aim. I don't know whether it's possible.
Thank you, Encik Rosidi. Well said, well said. Now we have a question coming in from Mr. Rajiv of Tanjung Malim, Perak. What are the criteria that I should look for before joining a direct selling company as a distributor? What are the criteria? Maybe Mr. Aru, you can answer to that to Mr. Rajiv very quickly in 1 minute.
Okay. The first important criteria or point that they need to see before they join the any particular MLM company would be the whether the company is established company, they have a license, they are licensed company. It's very important. Okay, because a lot of people are still in the dark because they don't do proper homework before they join a particular company
Due
or
diligence.
business. Yeah, due diligence. Because so that it must be a legitimate licensed company.
Yes.
They must have a proper product, okay, for consumers. Okay, it can be health product or whatever product, but it has to benefit the consumer,
Legitimate
the public. End of the day, very important. And the company must have a proper endorsed marketing plan by KPD and KKHGP, and also the other regulatory bodies like MDDA. They must go through all, they must do proper checking on all these factors before they decide on joining the proper legitimate company.
Thank you, Mr. Aru. It's all well said. Now, we have the last minute here. I always believe that joining a company is a matter of choice, and choice is more important than hard work. So educate yourself and make the right choice. Now we have a final question here from Encik Asman Hussein from Sungai Petani. You know, I'm rushing through to answer all the questions. Is there a career path or future for someone who hold the title distributor or agent of a direct selling company? Now, if I may add, Encik Asman, if I can answer that for you, is that there is certainly a career path for you. And in fact, I always believe that network marketing will be the next profession in this century. Okay, trust me, this is going to be the industry of the future. All right, like what Encik Zulkifli said, you know, we are number 7 in the world today. All right, ranked number 7 in the world. We do about 20 billion ringgit sales, you know, of revenue among all the direct selling companies. Well, now without much ado, I hope that I did answer all the questions from our people who tune in. All right. Now, in conclusion, I hope this will give our viewers a good understanding of the industry, and in closing the gap between the known and the unknown, including the differences between the facts and opinions, ladies and gentlemen. And now, the above will bring us next to our next series of Straight Talks, which we are going in the next series, which is series number 3, which we will delve with education and training, ladies and gentlemen, which is a very important aspect of part and parcel of the success of this industry. So if you are looking at something to do, especially like what we are going to show you, what is your plan B video, all right, please stay back, watch that video, and understand the whole industry concept aspect of it. Now, without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me thank Encik Rosidi, Mr. Aru, Encik Zulkifli. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being here with us today. Now, time is running out, and thank you very much for being us. And like I said, the final rule I said, there are rules for success and there are reasons for failure. With that, thank you very much for investing your time and spending your time with us, ladies and gentlemen. Till our next series 3, bye-bye, take care, stay safe. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Now it's time to build a business from home.
We are a nation at war with invisible forces.
News concerns over the coronavirus outbreak, and once again they are affecting the stock market.
The situation we are now facing is unprecedented in history.
We have a hope that is actually looking into the vaccine.
Start with breaking news. Wall Street is about to close any minute now. The Dow collapsing.
Just stay at home.
Those special times when countries are in lockdown, air travel is banned, and even borders are closed, many people are looking for possibilities to generate an income from home. Does a home business really exist? Can you make a living with a laptop and a phone? And would it be worth it during a crisis like now? Will it still work when the situation is over? Yes, it will, because it has for more than 100 years. This $200 billion industry is called network marketing.
Beautiful about network marketing is you get all the benefits of being an owner without all the headaches and without the same level of risk. I'm a big fan of network marketing, always have been, and you continue to grow your skill set.
So I'm a tremendous believer in network marketing, and I'm a great believer in entrepreneurs.
The reason Kim and I endorse network marketing is because unemployment keeps going through the roof, wages keep coming down. That's why we endorse it.
They are possibilities. They are opportunities. Are you prepared? What is your plan B?